Today I'm going to illustrate how a developmental network works using characters from the popular television series The Walking Dead. In this example, we are going to be looking at the role of 3 gene products and the expression of one final gene. So from The Walking Dead, we are going to be using Michonne, Rick, Andrea, and the Governor as our gene products. We are going to be looking at the roles and interactions of the Rick, Michonne, and Andrea gene products in activating or repressing the Governor gene. So what we have noticed is that when only the Rick gene product is present, the Governor gene is never transcribed. The same goes for the Michonne gene product. When it is present alone, the Governor gene is never transcribed. But when the Andrea gene product acts alone, the Governor gene is transcribed. Furthermore, say when the Andrea and Michonne gene products interact, the Governor gene isn't transcribed. And when the Rick and Andrea gene products interact, the Governor gene is transcribed. So what does this tell us about the transcription pathway? Well, we can take this information about the gene product interactions and use the results of their interactions to form the transcription pathway. Since Andrea activates the transcription of the Governor, and when Michonne and Andrea are present, the Governor isn't transcribed, then we can get that Michonne inhibits Andrea from activating the Governor. Then we can see that Rick inhibits the Governor, but when it's just Rick and Andrea gene products, the Governor is activated. So Rick must need Michonne to inhibit the Governor. This gives that Rick activates Michonne, who inhibits Andrea from promoting the Governor. So now that we understand what's going on in this developmental network, let's look at what happens if some of these genes are mutants and are unable to produce their gene products. Say the Rick gene is no longer able to be transcribed into a functional gene product. Well, that means that Michonne is never activated, so nothing is there to repress the Andrea gene, and the Governor products end up being created. How about if there's a problem with the Michonne gene and that gene product is no longer functional? Well, that's going to give the same result as there being no Rick, as Rick's role in the network is to activate the Michonne gene. So once again, the Governor will end up being creative. Now what happens if both Rick and Andrea are no longer able to create functional gene products? Well, without Rick, Michonne won't be activated, but without Andrea, neither will the Governor, so the Governor will not be activated. And if there are mutations in both the Rick and Michonne genes, this means there is nothing to repress the Andrea gene product from activating the Governor. I hope that these examples aided in your understanding of how the product of various genes interact in a developmental pathway.